And yesterday, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Igige, presented a certificate of registration to a breakaway group of the academic staff union of universities. Let's talk to the Asuu coordinator in Lagos, Adelaja Odukoya, who joins us for more on this latest development. How much trouble and concern is this for Asuu, particularly considering the long-drawn battle with the federal government as regards your demands?
Good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead. I can hear you.
Good evening. Yes, thank you so much. It's nice to be on the program tonight. Yeah, it's been quite a while we've started this struggle, and like we have insisted over time, this is an unnecessary struggle that the federal government will have solved, because in the first place, this struggle would not have come to place if the federal government had been faithful to the agreement signed with our union. And again, the federal government, particularly the Minister of Labour, that have been unfortunately standing and turned the whole thing to a situation of war, forget one simple fact, that the labor relations is like a matrimonial relationship. There will always be conflict here and there every time of the day, but you must resolve it amicably. And that's what our union stands for. And it was the federal government that took us to court. And it's equally quite interesting that today at the Court of Appeal, just like some son and very senior people and respectable people in the society have mentioned, that the whole idea about asking that this issue should go, that the two parties should go and resolve this issue, meet on this issue, equally confirms the fact that going to court by the federal government is a misadventure, and that those who are managing our labor relation in this country has no business in that ministry, particularly Dr. Igige. He has done more harm than good.
Well, CONUA is the new academic staff union that has just been recently recognized by the federal government. I asked earlier how much concern is that for Asuu in breaking its rank, particularly considering this particular strike?
CONUA is the least of our problem, and like our lawyer have just said, CONUA is a baby that has been delivered based on illegality. So the issue of legality or illegality of CONUA is a matter of time. And CONUA is, again, another product of confusion and personal vendetta by Dr. Igige. So, and by even it's their own confession, CONUA claim to exist in 70 universities. And we have over 70, almost 80 public universities in this country. But the truth is actually beyond the University of Ife and maybe one or two other universities, and where they are minorities. In University of Ife, they are barely 25%. Where Dr. Sumonu himself, the acclaimed leader of CONUA, is. When we started this strike, CONUA was not part of the strike, and lectures continue in the Obafemi Awolowo University. But it was obvious for the university that they cannot move anywhere, they have nowhere to go. After 4 weeks of wasting students' time, achieving nothing, the university was forced to initially to close or pretend they are going on 2 weeks semester break, thinking they are 4 weeks, thinking the Asuu strike would have been over. It was extended, and by the time it became obvious that they cannot manage the university system, they have to.
I get your point, Mr. Odukoya, but CONUA also shares the same concerns with Asuu. It's only saying that there are other options apart from shutting down the school perpetually. Are you not concerned also about the long period?
Why should I be concerned on something that
the
is
possibility
of
facts? Having a huge impact on the school itself? Some are saying that the whole idea of shutting down the school for this long might even be more damaging than the issues Asuu is concerned about.
You see, CONUA is just being economical with the truth. And let the truth be told. Until 2016, that the elements in CONUA were expelled or faced disciplinary actions in Asuu based on some infractions in their university there. They took laws into their hands. They are undisciplined lot, and they took laws into their hands based on some disagreements amongst them there. And they were sanctioned after they have been taken through due process. It is the process of, it is in that process that their inability to face the consequences of their action that they pull out of the union. So it is not because it is not true, and Dr. Sumonu can come out to be challenged to discuss this. It is not true that they were out of Asuu because they disagreed with one method or the other. It is principally because they could not, they were disciplined, they were sanctioned after facing due process. And that was what took them out of the union. So all these later day falsehoods that one approach or the other and things like that, it's neither here nor there. The facts are there, the records are there.
Well, it seems a proof that
for people that have asked us, have said alternative to strike, we've asked them, provide those alternatives. What alternative are there that we have not tried?
I hear you, Mr. Odukoya. I'm only saying that Konwa is a proof that perhaps not all lecturers agree with Asuu as regards this prolonged strike. But
there's no way in the world you have 100% consensus.
We have to go now. Democracy. We have to go now. Coordinator Asuu Lagos Zone, Adelaja Odukoya, thank you so much for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thank you.